My name is Louis Valens. I have a YouTube channel. In case you guys are not familiar with it, I review movies on it. And every now and then you get movies. I just want to give you guys advice to go watch the movies. You know, some friendly advice, you know. My fault. And every now and then you go see some movies that are very disappointing. Movies that try to be funny. Movies that try to have good action, that have good actors, that have great dialogue and great action scenes. But every now and then, you know, we get a couple movies here and there that are good, you know. And you know, I just want to tell you, I want to give you advice, you know. You want to steer clear from those kind of movies. The kind of movies that are really big disappointments. And the movie I'm going to be talking about today, damn, this movie's good!
Well, I'm not going home.
We've got too far! A day may come when the courage of men fails, but it is not this day.
The line must be drawn here. This far, no farther.
A person grits his teeth and shows real determination.
Failure is not an option.
That's how winning is done.
Believe me when I say
We can break this army here.
At a time.
And they will know what we can do!
Let no man forget how menacing we are. We are lions.
this is your time. Seize the day.
That's the Chicago way.
Who's with me?
No, my name is the Lord. When I tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our Independence Day.
Deadpool is the story of Wade Wilson, a special forces operative who undergoes an experiment when he is tortured and disfigured by the main villain in this movie, played by Ed Skrein, Ajax, who tortures and disfigures him. He messes up his face big time, so he's unrecognizable by the time the experiment is done, but he has like the rogue experiment leaves him with a twisted sense of humor and healing power. I don't know if his healing power is that of Wolverine or anything like that, but yeah, this you'll find out in this movie. This guy can heal definitely fast, or if not the same as Wolverine. And when he decides to hunt down the guy he believes nearly destroyed his life, he gets help from fellow mutants played by Brianna Hildebrand, Negasonic Teenage Warhead, and Colossus played by Stefan. He's gonna get back. He's gonna find this guy, and he's gonna get him eventually in the movie. But he's also joined by T.J. Miller, who plays Weasel on this movie, and his co-star and his love interest on this movie, played by Marana. Let me see if I can pronounce her name right. Baccarin, and as well, her name on the movie is Vanessa, aka Copycat. If you guys know the X-Force comics or the Cable comics or New Mutants, you should know her. And Gina Carano also joins them as Angel Dust. Okay, first of all, the movie, the beginning as what for the TV spots and the promotion of this film was super good. And there was different type of movie poster as well as one for Valentine's Day, since the movie's coming out on Valentine's Day. And it shows some of the movie posters you'll probably see. It looks like a chick flick, as well as the other one that has more of an action flick tone to it. And that is just pure genius. I've never seen the promotion of this movie, of any superhero movie, or any movie of its kind, or any movie in general like this. And it really knocks it right out of the park, because it's like Ryan Reynolds thought to himself. He was like, I want to be remembered for X-Men Origins. Because that Deadpool kind of looks like, let me put it to you this way, he looks like if Pinhead from Hellraiser got a hold of him and sewed his mouth shut and decided to torture him. And that's what we had on X-Men Origins Wolverine. And Ryan Reynolds writes all the wrongs of that movie, and he knocks this movie right out of the park. And I couldn't be any more excited for a movie like this one because we're still at the beginning of 2016. We're in February, so hopefully we'll get, if not more movies like this, because think about Superman versus Batman: Dawn of Justice coming up, and Captain America: Civil War, and etc. This movie's a juggernaut already. It's a blockbuster, and I'm just wondering if they're going to be able to put up with this movie. If they're going to be able to, they're probably shaking in their boots right about now because this movie is every bit as good as I thought it was going to be, and in a way I was a little bit afraid of what it was going to be like at first, if it was going to really tell the story. It doesn't exactly tell the story because, like in the comic exactly, but does any comic book movie do it? But Ryan Reynolds gets to play himself on this movie. It's like Deadpool's a lot like Ryan Reynolds, and it's like Ryan Reynolds gets to stretch his legs out, gets to stretch his feet out, and gets to be himself. Because if you guys remember at all his career, there was a character. You might want to watch this movie. You guys probably remember this movie, Blade Trinity. He plays Hannibal King on that movie, and this is almost a very similar character because it's very tongue-in-cheek. He has a very sick sense of humor. This movie is directed by Tim Miller, who has a resume such as visual effects creator and animator. He did some of the opening scenes for such movies as Thor: The Dark World and The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. So this guy doesn't really have that much on his belt as far as movies are concerned, but he's definitely surprising. He's definitely going to be, the writing on this movie is spectacular. It's like every conversation, every thought, every scene, from scene to scene, it's totally well thought out. It was planned out when they wrote this movie, they were really thinking long and hard what Ryan Reynolds, aka Wade Wilson, Deadpool, was going to say, and everybody else on this movie, because Negasonic Teenage Warhead is pretty awesome on this movie. Colossus is the Colossus that we've been waiting for, that we wanted to see, because the one from the earlier X-Men movies was alright. He was pretty good, but this Colossus is the one we like. I think this is the one that you're going to like, because I definitely thought that he was really good. And TJ Miller as Weasel, he's very crazy. He has a really comedic one-liners. There's really good timing when he's speaking to Wade Wilson that makes you just pissing your pants with laughter, really. And Gina Carano as Angel Dust is just, Gina Carano is a former UFC fighter and champion, I think, and she's pretty awesome on this movie. She's pretty in your face on this movie. She doesn't really get to act out too much, and I kind of think she's kind of underused in this movie a little bit, but she makes her presence known on this movie. And as well as Morana Baccarin, who plays Vanessa Copycat, she did a really stand-up job on this movie, and this movie is part love story as well. That's why in the posters they kind of showed it a little bit as a love story. And Ajax, played by Ed Skrein, he's basically the Marvel villain you'd love to hate. That you want to see this guy get taken out in this movie. So at the end of the day, like I said, everybody was good on this movie. From the dialogue to the cinematography to they got some slow motion stills on this movie and some of the action. So it doesn't seem like it's from 2002 or something like that, but it seems up to date. It's not The Matrix. It does seem like at first glance you'll think about that, but it doesn't seem that way. So the visual effects, the special effects, and the CGI in this movie are spectacular, and you just want to go see. You're gonna want to see it for yourself. What I'm talking about. And I have nothing but good things to say about this movie. If you haven't seen this movie, you should definitely go see it, because it's definitely going to be a contender for best movie of the year. I don't know if this movie's going to receive Academy Awards or anything like that because of a rated R rating, and because with the rated R rating, it's very violent. This is a very violent film, so it's very bloody, it's gory at times, so it might be a little bit shocking for some of the little kiddies and stuff. But this movie is not aimed for. This movie is not for kids, okay? So those of you to go see this movie, you take your kids. Don't expect to walk out of there not being shocked a little bit. But on the outside of that, this movie's a great time. It's one of the best action and comedy movies I've seen in such a long time. Actually, I can't really remember a movie that was like this. in the same genre. It's like other movies, other superhero movies, and other action movies have tried to do something similar to this, but they have not achieved that. They have not accomplished that. So in the end, Deadpool, I give this movie an Academy Award rating, and I give it 2 thumbs up because it's definitely going to be one of the best movies of the year. And if you like what you see here and you want to support this blog, please like this video, share it on Twitter, on Facebook, and any media that you can find. And I will definitely see you guys soon for my next couple reviews. So stay tuned. I'll see you guys.
How about a magic trick? I'm gonna make this pencil disappear. Ta-da!
Come out to the coast. We'll get together, have a few laughs.
Hello? Hello? Anybody home? Hey, think McFly, think.
The price is wrong.
You got knocked up.
Can you fly this plane and land it?
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
This is Sparta!
He slimed me.
Who? The her.
Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe?
I'll be back.